I hate Windows, and I know all you guys do too. I mean, who wouldn't? There's so much BS in the computer that they install that you can't uninstall, and nobody even asks for it to be there in the first place. Like things like Bing, OneDrive, nobody wants it. There's ads constantly everywhere, and it constantly just needs to randomly update all the time. So that's when I got a MacBook, and it was nice until it wasn't. You see, they have this thing called being very pricey. If you wanted to get a new MacBook Pro right now, you'd be looking at a starting price of up to $1,700. And this shouldn't really be a surprise. I mean, we're talking about the same company that sold wheels for your computer for $700. We're talking about wheels for a computer. Your computer's not going to be going anywhere. But then there's Linux, the open source operating system that prioritizes on privacy, control, and freedom. We are talking about the same kind of freedom that makes Americans drool. So naturally, I wanted to give it a try and see if I could use it. Spoiler alert, Linux is one of those things in life that makes you feel like a genius master hacker and a complete idiot in the same 5 minutes. The first thing was that I needed to figure out which distro I wanted to use. If you don't know, Linux has different flavors to them called distros. This is because Linux is open source. So that means anyone is able to just take the OS and change it to however they like. You got standard ones like Ubuntu or Debian. If you want to feel like a hacker, you got Kali. One of my favorites I found when making this video was Among Us OS. I feel like it has a very nice aesthetic vibe to it. So I started off by doing a little bit of research into what distro I wanted. And by research, I mean I watched PewDiePie install Linux, Arch Linux. So I decided to install Arch Linux. This actually turned out to be a terrible mistake. Because if you've ever dealt with installing Linux distros before, you would know that Arch Linux is not really beginner friendly. You're technically supposed to install everything on your own from the terminal. And there's like this script of Arch install that you could use. But I kept on getting these weird errors that I had no idea what it meant. And ChatGPT didn't really help either. I actually spent 3 days trying to follow a guide and getting kinda lost, but eventually getting to a terminal again, and even opening Firefox, or just any web browser really, turned out to be such a huge hassle. It wasn't really what I was looking for. And I was kind of ready to try a more beginner-friendly distro. That wasn't until I stumbled upon Omarki. Now, Omarki is a distribution of Arch Linux, which makes installing Arch Linux much easier. And for you guys who are kind of keeping track online now, it is a distribution of a distribution. It's like we're in this weird inception at this point, but it turned out to be a godsend. Now, there are two main things about Omarki. One, it's super customizable and so easy to figure things out. It's like a baby could use it. A monkey trying to figure blocks inside of a thingamabob could use it. The themes, the keybinds, the shortcuts, the terminal itself, it makes me feel like I know how to use everything when in actuality I don't. And it's just so easy to change things too. It feels like changing configurations isn't like I need to go to some 13-year-old Substack thread, nor do I need to go to some weird Windows thread just to figure out how to change the lighting on it. It's amazing. Literally everything in your computer you have control over. The second is the Windows Manager, which is Hyperland, which makes things super fast. I mean, I feel like I could just go from one window to the next, from one place to the other. Because of this, everything is just beautiful. It's just beautiful. And then the aesthetics of it too. Oh my gosh. It's amazing. It's absolutely beautiful. Like it makes me feel like I'm not being controlled by my computer, but I'm controlling my computer. A lot that I had to also learn about programming and just how computers work in general along the way. From dual booting PCs to debugging errors, to learning how the terminal works, to learning how flashing USBs work. One of the best things I like about Linux, just in general too, is that when something goes wrong, it tells you what went wrong. Like all the details that you need in order to fix it. I feel like in Windows, whenever something goes wrong, it's just like, oopsie daisies. Well, good luck figuring it out, I guess. I feel like I've only really discovered the tip of the iceberg when it comes to exploring all that Linux has to offer. But I'm already so happy with what it's just given me. Alrighty, that's all I have to say for now. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and goodbye.